This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Mr. Roberto, and once again today we start with the Blue Jays. And after dropping back-to-back games yesterday, the Jays are finally back in the win column, taking down the Orioles this afternoon. It's been a busy 24 hours between the Blue Jays and the Orioles, as not only did they play a doubleheader yesterday, they also made a trade, as Sir Anthony Dominguez was sent to the Jays along with cash for a minor league pitcher. And because these two teams happened to be between games of a doubleheader, Dominguez just walked over and joined the Blue Jays, and then pitched a scoreless 7th inning for Toronto. I mean, not bad for your first day on the job, but unfortunately for Dominguez, his first game with the Jays did not result in a win. As Toronto not only lost game 2 of the doubleheader, they also lose the series. It will be interesting to see whether this series loss lingers into the next few series. If Toronto struggles against the sub-500 Royals and bottom-of-the-league Rockies, people are going to start asking some difficult questions about how good this team really is. But you know, that's baseball. We had another NFL division preview for you. And today it's the NFC South. And even though this division has seen the same winner for 4 seasons, is it crazy to say it feels wide open for this year? Yeah, the Buccaneers looked pretty good last year, especially down the stretch when they won 6 out of the last 7 games. But a big reason for their success was offensive coordinator Liam Cohen unlocking Baker Mayfield. And that was a big deal for Tampa Bay, as Baker's breakout came as the usually elite defense started to look a little average. But with Cohen jumping ship to Jacksonville, any drop-off without him from Baker could leave the door open for another team to compete for the division title. And maybe that team is the Atlanta Falcons. Sure, it's a bit too early to know what they've got in Michael Penix Jr., but they do know they've got a stud running back, as Bijan Robinson quietly finished 3rd in the entire NFL in rushing yards. And that's not all. Atlanta also pretty clearly has a budding start at wide receiver, as Drake London took a nice 3rd-year jump and surpassed the 1,000-yard mark for the first time in his career. And if any take a step in 2025, look out for the Falcons. We also can't count out the Carolina Panthers, as former first overall pick Bryce Young finally started to put it all together at the end of last season. And ironically, he's still a super young quarterback at just 23 years old. And if he takes that 3rd-year jump, the Panthers should be much more competitive in 2025. But then we've got the New Orleans Saints, who, to put it bluntly, are in a rough position going into next year. And that all has to do with their former starting quarterback Derek Carr, dealing with a shoulder injury that would have had him sidelined for all of 2025 anyway. Carr officially called it a career in May, which leaves a projected quarterback room with 2 guys who have never won a start in the NFL, and 2nd-round pick Tyler Shuck. Sure, maybe he could be something, but will it be enough to overcome their long shot odds on FanDuel? We're gonna have to wait and see in that one. Time enough, my favorite segment, and yours, We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
I'm not saying this kid's gonna be a pro one day, but I mean, just look at the form. Wait, on second thought, I take that back. This kid is gonna be pro, okay? How do we bet on this kid right now? To the WNBA, where we have 3 games tonight. But we're going to look at the Fever taking on the Mercury. Caitlin Clark remains sidelined with a groin injury, but Indiana are riding a 2-game win streak. They enter this one as 3.5-point underdogs against the Mercury, with the point total set at 166. All-star guard Kelsey Mitchell has been on a tear this month for the Fever. In 10 games, she's averaging 22 points. And she's coming off a season-high 35 points on Sunday against Chicago. So tonight, we really like her to go over 19.5 points at -110. It's the first of 3 meetings between the two sides this season. And tonight, we've got you covered right here on TSN. You can catch the Mercury and Fever at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. That's it for me today. We'll start picking tomorrow, 3 Eastern, no Pacific. Have a good one.